What's up, guys? Just gonna quickly go over how you can get stretched resolution in Valorant with a OLED monitor. Um, it basically uses the same method as a normal monitor, but the main side step, I will say, is getting the custom resolution. There's a few different ways to do this, but just in case you have never done stretched resolution before and you're wanting to, and you're on an OLED with DSC, you're going to need to go to Device Manager, and you're going to need to disable the whatever's under monitors. You just need to right click and disable device. It doesn't have any negative effect in anything from what I've tested. I've not noticed any issues in other games with any resolutions. So pretty safe to do as far as I can tell. I haven't had any issues with that. That's it for Device Manager. And the way you'll know that this has worked is if you go into Valorant and go to your settings, you'll notice that there is no monitor being shown in the drop down here, and it'll say custom resolution. So it's just going to give you whatever your current display resolution is. Now, if you don't have an OLED or don't have a display that uses DSC, or you can disable DSC, you should be able to customize your resolutions and add your desired stretch resolution in the video control panel. But because we have DSC, we can't do that. It doesn't let us, which is a little unfortunate because that means we need a workaround. Fortunately, there is a workaround, and there's a few different options that you can go through. The method that I have used is from this Reddit thread, where I've gone into the registry and I've done a control F for NV modes, which will find the string that I need to add the resolution to. And I believe this path might be different depending on your GPU. It might be different, it might be the same. But we want NV modes, and we're just going to add in our resolution like this here, which is shown from this Reddit thread. Another way would be to use SRE, which is probably a bit more user-friendly. I don't currently have it downloaded, but you would just add the resolution you want in there and then do a restart. And also another option would be using custom resolution utility, but you might need to mess with the timings to get that right so you don't have screen tearing, for example. So that way we can set a custom resolution. That's how I've done mine, which is 2100 by 1440. This is the stretch resolution that I found to work really the best with 1440p displays without losing much quality. And the next step really is to apply that resolution. Now, I personally, just for the ease of access of doing so I don't have to always go into control panel or go into display settings, select my monitor, and then click the drop down, I have a script. And this script is done through QRES. And QRES is a very, very simple software. And if you have a Stream Deck or any macro pad that you can just set a file to be loaded, this is really simple. So here's the resolution. I've got it set to call the exe, and then set the width, set the height, and set the refresh rate. And then when I press that, it's going to change my resolution, and you can see that my desktop is now stretched. And I've represented that in OBS as well. It's stretched in OBS. So if I open Valorant now, Valorant's still going to be in 16:9 until I click fill and apply. Once I've done that, my game will now be displaying in stretched, and you can tell from how the UI is showing itself. Fake stretched, or like not true stretch, will kind of display itself a little differently with the UI, whereas true stretched kind of is a bit more cohesive. There's still stuff that overlays, but it's not designed for it, and you can kind of tell with the images here, they'll look a little different. And just to confirm, we've got the black bars here. That's a good sign. And when we go into the game, it's kind of noticeable. True stretched in Valorant isn't true like 4:3. It's a bit of a weird ratio. I forget the exact like ratio for your resolution to be right, but like this is stretched. And just in case you are unsure or can't really tell the difference at first glance, if you just set it to letterbox and you'll see the black bars, you'll notice that we can see like this barrel right at the corner. Put it on fill, that barrel's off the screen. So true stretch, and it's that easy. And if I wanted to go back to 16:9 and I didn't want to play true stretch anymore, you don't need to restart the game. You just need to set the resolution back to native and then go into your Valorant settings, hit letterbox, hit apply, confirm, and you're back into 16:9. And it's as simple as that. Like, there's no need to restart. And okay, I've just done that with my Stream Deck, which is why that script is really useful if you're trying to go back and forth. You can also, you don't need to constantly keep changing the resolution before you go in game, because if I set this, hit fill, all right, confirm, I set this and then I quit the game. And I put my desktop resolution back to my native resolution, and I go back and open Valorant. What's going to happen is it's going to load up in that custom resolution, which when it tabs in, it's going to change the resolution. You're going to have the longer tab in times, but you'll be in stretched without needing to change the resolution in your desktop. So you don't need to always repeat this, which is, I think, quite a nice benefit of this method. It's that you can just kind of set it and leave it. But if you want that faster tabbing in and out time, it's most likely the best thing to do is just to change the resolution before you load in, or change it whilst you're loaded in, because you've already set the resolution. So I don't need to change it at all. We're in stretch right now. But if I wanted to tab out a lot easier, I could just click the script on my Stream Deck. You can see OBS has changed. I still have full access to Valorant, and when I tab in and out, it's fine. And it's that simple. If you have any questions or need any help with it, I'm more than happy to help within the comments. I've linked all the resources that I can provide in the description. Any custom resolutions that do work, or any that you find work or would like to just have in a list, I can put that in a comment or even in the description, just so it's there for ease of access. It's most likely this method. I don't know if they'll patch it. I don't think they will really be able to solve this within its current state, because it's how it accesses the monitor. So this probably will be around for quite a while, unlike the other methods which are now patched. So yeah, hope that helps.